Yo, what's up guys? Another Siege video. It's been a while that I actually did Siege videos. Well, a while. Little while. Was busy with the SWC and therefore I didn't have that much time, or I kind of just wanted to focus on SWC, and therefore some of these, they are pre-recorded. They will be posted later. I guess they will be posted after SWC, but um is what it is. I still have the footage of all of those, and I think I have some fun matches here and there. So with that said, we are still going to be able to watch those. This team, I really like this team. It's just a lot of artifact damage. There's also crit damage both on the Chun-Pong and on the Carno, and they just do a lot of damage in general. But before we continue with the video, I want to talk to you about the sponsor of today's video, which is again the Huawei AppGallery, or as we say in Europe, Huawei, or I guess we say that in America, Europe, anywhere but Asia, because it's actually Huawei if you speak it in a Chinese way. Doesn't matter, let's talk about the Huawei App Store. You can download the Huawei App Store in the link that is down in the description here. You don't get to this page right away. What you have to do the moment you install the Huawei App Store, you have to also download the HMS core. HMS core is used for the logging in part of the Huawei App Store. Thing you do at that point is you install Summoner's War, but why would you do that? You already have Summoner's War. Well, with the Huawei App Store, you can actually get a discount. They always have discount coupons at the moment of big updates, like new units, big packs, anything like that. But besides the coupons for discount, you also have cashback. What does cashback mean? Let's say you have a 10% cashback, you pay something of 100 euros or any currency. That means that you will get back another 10 credits, which is equal to 10 euros. So it doesn't become 90 euros for paying something for 100, but you can pay something with 100 and then you can pay another 10 later for something else. So seems like I have to actually still update it. Which is strange. I think I just logged in from this thing. Whatever, doesn't matter. So the thing is, the campaigns, they are always shown like right under the first like updates that they show. They still show from the Swift, I think. So the moment you tap on that one, you see the campaign page. On this one, you can actually see until when it's running. I was a little bit late, happened because of SWC, I guess. And then you can see that you can actually tab it. Like I already claimed 2 coupons. You can claim 2 coupons per day, and with that you can have like a pretty much a 20% off kind of for most of the things. Then you also have a VIP bonus, which is if you spend really a lot of money. Don't really recommend. Also, disclaimer, do not spend any money you don't have. It's a hobby. Similar to it's just a hobby. Hobbies cost money, and for some it's worth more than others. There's also hobbies that are way more expensive, but also hobbies that are way more cheap. So do keep in mind that you're spending like responsibly and that kind of stuff. So yeah, you can claim those coupons, and then how do you actually use it? So you will have a Summoner's War instance. I am in the game. I'm on my alt, actually, the one I use for the challenge thing. Because I might have wailed a little bit before SWC, but yeah, we have the pack update here. You have some decent packs. A lot of the packs give Delmons right now, which is pretty neat. Personally, the all legendary scrolls have not given me any light and darks, but it is good odds to actually get net 4s, net 5s of light and darks. But main thing for me was mostly actually the re-ups. They had some extra re-ups in there, and they had some runes that I wanted to fix with that. So in general, I would say these packs, they're not the most crazy packs out there, but they are decent. And I would say biggest value is of course the 100 one, and I personally I like the value on the 31, like the 29 one, more than I like the one on the 51. But that's my opinion. So how would that work? Let's say we want to buy the 100 one. You tap on it, you go into the Huawei App Store, and then you can actually see, okay, you can pay from PayPal. Do keep in mind that if you select the coupons, it's gonna kind of auto-select, and it's auto-selecting the one that's expiring earliest, which then also means that it might not be the best value. So keep that in mind to always check. Like I had that issue myself once, that I used a 4 coupon, which I could have used a 19 coupon in those kind of cases. So do keep that in mind. Besides that, the moment you actually press play, if I press pay right now, it will go to a black screen because it's actually blacked out for any mirroring software. That's pretty needy actually. And afterwards you will see the claim of the cashback. So you have to press that you claim the cashback, and then the cashback will be added here on the balance. One more thing, is at if you want to check when the cashbacks are or when the campaigns are, you can join my Discord, but you can also join the Discord of the Huawei App Store that is pretty much made for the Summoners War part. If you have any issues with the Huawei App Store or the cashback or anything, you can ask them there. Also, besides that, they also mention all of the coupons that are coming. Well, not all of them. They have one coupon that is sometimes for multiple games, and they don't always mention it there. But if you're in my Discord, I mostly mention those as well. Also for when are the cashback moments, because they have certain days where you have certain cashback. I'm not 100% sure, but so far as I know is when they have events, it's always 10%. In weekends, it's 10%, and Thursdays and Fridays, it's 20%. So keep that in mind. Monday to Wednesday, there's no cashback. Most likely. I could be wrong with that, but it's somewhere around there. So this hobby is already expensive, and this is a way to actually make it a bit cheaper. So as we say in Dutch, you would be a thief in your own wallet if you wouldn't go for discounts. Also, again, if you have any questions, leave them in their Discord. They are very helpful with all of that. And we go back to the actual video. So then, a very interesting one. So this is pretty much well known to be my best team out there, right? How to lose with the best team out there? Yeah, can we do it? Can we actually do it? Well, this doesn't look like a lose, right? Missing a bomb there. So far, not much RNG. That thing procced out. Did do that. Procced out with the resist of the bomb stun. Okay. Another proc into that. Another proc into kill. Another proc into... Okay. Yeah. Wait, what? Another proc into that. We did get a counter there, but a sleep into that as well. Okay. Yeah, let's say this team doesn't counter everything, apparently. And sometimes the game just says, no, not today. Not today, and that is what it is, not today. Then we go for the retry with a very obvious, simple theme. You throw rocks in the air, it probably is fine. You do have a chance that the Celia actually sleeps your units, but the issue is she only sleeps one unit. I did get a lucky proc out of it. But she only sleeps one of the units, and you can technically have 6 debuffs on the field. So the odds of her actually stripping and sleeping something when there's 6 debuffs on the field are relatively low. Also, my units on both the left and the right side are 100 res. I don't really expect Celia's to be 100 AC. Could be, but I kind of doubt that. I think you would build a Celia if you place on defense somewhere like speed, crit rate, HP. Crit damage HP. I would go crit rate HP and then fix artifacts for crit damage as well. And maybe some accuracy as too. I don't know. But in the end, I felt like this was a lot safer as a team than the previous one. If there was bad RNG, I guess. So then the one and only cheat team. This team works against not everything, but a lot of things. The thing is that rune quality does really help with those teams. Like if you just one-shot their Carcano turn 1, it can't go that wrong. My twins here are kind of squishy. I do tend to switch around the runes on my twins a lot. I mostly fix all of my siege offense units first, and then anything that's left over high efficient goes towards the twin. Wait, did I say offense? I meant defense. First, of course, you rune your Guild War defense or your siege defense, and then you ruin your offenses. And you can kind of try to keep the units that you use for defense, that you can also use them for offense, but there's also a whole bunch of units that only work for defense because of highly RNG units, and in offense they're kind of tricky, so that's not always a 1-in-1. So this is one of those typical teams, you just TOA hard. You just go for 100 res whole team, and you just TOA hard them. Issue could be that your Jean could die, like that. That could be an issue. It's kind of tricky. But Rika can be very OP. And the moment you land a lot of stuns, you do a lot of that, it suddenly becomes easy. So is this a little bit tricky? Maybe. But you still have 100 res. Most Carcanos are not that high on accuracy. It's kind of hard to make Carcano high on accuracy. With that said though, I think having Carcano on high accuracy is actually pretty beneficial. And this is one of the new teams I've been using, and I've been using it a lot. And it's pretty funny because you actually have potential of one-shotting from a Nigong S2 to a Molong S3. The thing is, this is pre the balance patch where Nigong S2 actually did a lot more damage, and that's like straight up. I think it's going to be straight up like 25% more damage. Maybe they switch it around and do for the healing. I guess with the moment this video is posted, you already know what it is. But this monkey is going ham. This monkey is like, yo, I'm not losing. I am not. No, I'm not losing. What is this monkey doing? You already dead. Is this going? He's going double. He didn't go double. Okay, I was kind of expecting to go double. But yeah, I think it's a pretty funny team. Of course, you can also do this with Wusa. It's not that you have to do it with Nigong, but it enables me for using Wusa on another team. Same as the previously used team with Molong and Bolvric Amelia. If I replace Molong in that team by Skogo, I have another option of another chill team. And that's also something that you could look into with your sieges, that if you place some units, not with the exact same team that you always do, you can maybe enable to, because of that one unit, can be used somewhere else, and then you have another free team that can do pretty well. And this, I guess, is one of those more lengthy fights. You kind of know what it is. You got a bunch of revives, you got a whole bunch of damage you do with the Feng Yang. Feng Yang is, well, actually this NFL is proccing the craziest. But yeah, you're just working on destroy with the Feng Yang, and you just keep going, destroying. If there's a revive, first thing you kill is the unit on the left again. And then you just continue to destroy. Make sure you're tanky enough. The Veligil S2 buff, actually, I feel like it's barely a buff. 1 turn armor break? Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, moments that thing on the left is alive, you just keep killing it. And at some point you're gonna be at a position where you can actually one-shot everything. But it takes a while. But it's a very safe offense. I would say this is one of the safest offenses. It does kind of depend what you bring it into. But if there's no strippers on the enemy side, Karkana could make this annoying though, because Karkana actually still has potential to one-shot the Fang because he ignores the defense buff. But you can get there against these kind of teams. And then a team in a setup I don't use too much, or actually not at all. It's one of those... This is really one of those more offense that you would say, like, okay, I have these units ruined for defense, and therefore I use them for offense. Is that necessarily good? If you have very good rune quality, you can kind of get away with it, but 9 out of 10, if you get slightly unlucky in the match, you are going to lose. So that's something, if you're crafting your Guild War offenses, it's literally better to have way less rune quality on a perfectly tuned team. Like, still lower rune quality does still mean that you have to perfectly tune it, that things move in correct orders and that kind of stuff. That very hard counters the enemy is a lot better than having a really high rune quality team that is kind of just doing what it could do, but it could be better. Like, for example, this, you need few armor breaks, a slightly bit of damage. It's already getting very tricky to actually make this work. And this team in offense is very high rune quality, but it actually makes it kind of tricky against a team that's, I wouldn't necessarily say that good. There's a lot of offense counters that would work a lot better than this one, or not necessarily work a lot better, but be a lot less, how do you say it, inconsistent. Because this team, for sure it can win, but it can also lose. You have a lot of teams that have the odds of losing that are just insanely low. And then again, it's kind of same thing. We can speed this up a little bit. You just kill the Karkana moment it comes up. I'm not even sure if it comes up back again. I don't think so. Maybe after this, we still get a turn. No, I think I lap him and then just kill. So, yeah, those are the kind of things you have to keep in mind for. Okay, and this is pretty newly team. My Molly is relatively a new unit. Pulled it, I guess, a few weeks ago. The Ayuno I've never used like this, and I was like, yeah, it could work, I guess. Let's see, let's try. But of course, it dies in one hit if you don't actually have will on it, which I forgot for a moment. I used this Ayuno for defense for a while. So it does do a good amount of damage, but it's also somewhat kind of tricky, but... yeah, I guess it's a pretty good unit right now. It does die, though. But Molly plus Leica should be fine against these, depending on who gets the more despair stuns. Well, I can't despair stun, but if he gets a lot of despair stuns, let's say it that way. So, is this clip long? Not that long. We can speed it up a little bit. We get some armor breaks, we get some shields, we got some Gucci stuff. At first I was really focusing down the Iris, but what I should have done actually, which I do later, is just kill the rogue. At this point I was like, yo, this rogue is actually squishy. So how about to just kill this rogue and then it's easy, right? No more armor breaks, should totally win. I get destroy at some point from the Leica, and you will get there. So yeah, sometimes you have to little bit. That's the good thing about Leica. You kind of check around like how much HP does everyone have, and sometimes it's just randomly better to focus another unit because it just has way lower HP. And that doesn't even just count for Siege. That also counts for Arena Offense. At some point, it's just good to check. Or if you have some AoEs and you see some units dropping HP bar by quite some, and then you'll be like, okay, but this is a support unit, but maybe it has some weird like crit damage, crit rate slot 4 instead of double HP, and suddenly it's actually kind of squish. Maybe you should go for that one. And this is also one of the offenses that I've been using a lot more lately, and I really recommend people to build, because the moment that they don't have consistent strippers, you can very easily make this a 2v3. Even if on the enemy side there's a Mali, the odds of Kali one-shotting is still pretty big. And the main thing you play around is that you just protect the Kali comp. So if nothing is really hitting the Kali with any dangerous stuff, for example, a Karkana will always go for a Triana unless armor break on the Kali, but then you can still put immunity up and you have like a second life kind of thing. So there's a lot of options with this team, and it works really well against a lot of teams, but if there's a stripper on the enemy side, you're done for. If there's some unit that would focus the Kali like as first, you're probably done for. But otherwise, this team, very solid. So that is it for this siege, pretty much. I think there will be probably a few more coming in the following days that are kind of like older sieges, but I try to keep it like entertaining but also educational, that I still talk about some things like, hey, maybe you can focus this for your siege offense or that, or if you're crafting defenses, this one was more focused like, okay, crafting offense, what do you work on? Maybe next one I will focus more on like, okay, this is a kind of defense, should you craft it like this or should you craft it like that? So yeah, I think I'll keep those kind of things in mind for just keeping it like interesting rather than just showing like slightly bit older sieges. But hope you enjoy. That was it for the video. I think that is my final win, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm at 9 and 10 because I lost 1. So guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like this video. If you'd like more than one video, consider subscribing. Also, check out the Discord, a whole bunch of nice community people in the Discord there. And see you as always in the next one.